What is up, Wolfpack? It's your boy, the Wolf of Roto Street, rotostreetjournal.com. We breed and feed fantasy wolves here with our first ever edition of fantasy football trivia. I'm stoked to try this out, see how it goes. Hopefully we get a decent amount of people here because you will get a free Roto Street Journal t-shirt should you win. So come on in, join the Kahoot. We got the pin right there at the top here. That's all you got to enter to join in. We'll wait till we get a handful of players in, and then if you're in, you're in, and we'll go for the shirt. So let me know while we're waiting. You can, of course, get some sit-start questions in. Thank you, Gerald. I hope it's fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Of course, any likes, shares, comments, always greatly appreciated, Wolfpack. But the way you join is you go to this site here at the top, kahoot.it. You could also use the Kahoot app. Anybody that's ever played it in school. This is where I've kind of learned how to do it as a teacher. My background here, 534-3627 is the pin that you enter to join. We got the Duck has joined our first entry into the contest. Welcome, Duck Man. Thank you for joining here. G Robinson. So Gerald and Duck, first couple in here. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, again, our first time doing it, but it asks, we'll have some questions on week 7. We'll have some questions on the 2020 season so far. Might be a little bit of spelling. And of course, if you guys have sit starts, I will hit them all before Thursday Night Football, starting with the Thursday Night Football tailgate in just a little bit. But for now, I did want to give this a run, see how many we can get. We got Jimbo, G Robinson, Hillary, Davey Pro. What's going on, guys? We'll give this about, 5 minutes or so. So get your questions in now if you're just sitting waiting. We'll try to get as many people in here as we can, but the less that join, the more odds you have to win. Because right now we only got 5, and the elusive Roto Street Journal gear, tough to come by. So the high scorer will get it. The way it will work too is the PP, nice. The questions will pop up. Seb, welcome on here on your screen, and then you will answer on your phone. There'll be like an icon you press. So if you want, there'll be 4 choices, multiple choice, right? And then you just press the answer that you want there, and it will pop up. What's going on, Seb? PP, let's get it, says the Duck. Thoughts on Bridgewater or Burrow this week? I'm going to go with Burrow, I think. Good option facing that Cleveland defense that's getting bombed. Welcome in, Scout Pan, Craig S. Excited to have you guys here. It should be fun, I hope. Then we got Duckworth coming in. Let's get it. Absolutely. Start McLaurin over Mike Evans, PPR. I would this week, 25. Yes, absolutely would. Ultimately, that matchup with the Cowboys, as juicy as they come. Don't love Kyle Allen by any means, but I do love him there. Billy G, welcome to the show. I don't know if that's Billy Jiggs or Billy Gibbons, but 2 of my favorite Billy G's on planet Earth. What's up, Denny Jennings? Screw your Eagles, but I also hate the Giants just as much, if not more, so I can accept that. Robinson or Swift this week, PPR. That's James Robinson. Whew, that's close. I have a hard time benching Swift facing Atlanta, my start of the week. So I'm pumped to go with him this week for sure. James Robinson being that guy. Yeah, so I think I go Swift facing Atlanta, coming off a 2-touchdown day, getting goal line work, getting a bunch of the snaps. I'm all about it for sure. What's going up, Craig? Thank you for tuning in. All right, guys, we'll give you guys another 2 minutes or so, maybe less than that, a minute to join in. The show should take about 15 minutes for the trivia game. So get on in here. Again, as many people as we can get, we'd love to. And you can always join mid-game as well. Is McKissick worth a pickup on the waiver wire this week? I mean, yes, he's, I'm not going to give away any answers for tonight. Dude's caught a lot of balls. Let's put it that way. And so, he's playing really, really good stuff here. So yeah, could be, but I wouldn't want to cut anything that meaningful for him. I know how you feel about Montgomery. Would you play Hasty over him? Now, I hate Montgomery, but no, I would not play Hasty. That's a hasty decision, my friend. I would not do that. Breeze or Minshew rest of season. I'm going to go Breeze, but I don't love either particularly that much. So, all righty, guys. We got 10 so far. Going to give it another 10 seconds or so, another 20 minutes. Not 20 minutes. About 10 minutes again to play. Hopefully, is 10 the limit? Is that the most that can join? I thought it was, nope, we got 11. So we'll give you guys another like 15 seconds or so. People can join mid-show as well. So let's get it going. And we'll see how this goes. A couple more, Ray Ricer, AO, G Robinson, L Guy. Let's do this. And then we'll get a couple questions here. We'll give people one last minute to join in here. Gibson or Justin Jackson asks Thien. I would go Gibson. That Cowboys matchup, we saw what Drake did to him and how bad he's been sucking all year. All right, let's fire this up, folks, and see how it goes. I'm going to get the music on. Let me know if you can hear a little bit of music here. Gibson or McKinnon for Billy Gibbons. That's the Billy G who's in here. I'm going to go Gibson over McKinnon too. I love that Dallas matchup this week. All righty, guys. Let us light this up. Let me know how it's working. So Matt Ryan and Blank tied for the Week 7 lead in passing yards. Get your guys to hit it. It should be on your screen.
Oh, I'm not watching these.
So we got 3 answers in there. Hopefully, as it works, you guys are going to be ultimately picking from you'll have your like questions, the answer selections on your phone, and then the questions will be on the live stream. So you got to, I should have guessed, prefaced that ahead of time. You should be watching the show from 2 devices here. And Plague saying it's very delayed. So we will, I got a time's up before the question popped up. That's too bad. So maybe I can, give me a second here. I'll readjust the timing of these questions if I can. I didn't realize it was delayed though. This again, the first time trying it out. So I appreciate you guys. As Gerald's saying, it's time's up before the question showed. So the question's going to show though, guys, on the computer or wherever you're streaming. So you kind of have to have it on 2 devices is the way it will work. I should have probably showed that, but did that. It's really delayed. So you're saying I got the times up before the question even popped up, Gerald. So let me see if I can fix that. Let me end this game. Hold on, guys. Thank you for your patience as we work out these kinks here. Hey, we got some champions here. Who got the only one right? The Duck. Got it right. All righty. So hold on. Let me I'm gonna set the questions to have a little bit more time. Let me go back. Thank you guys for your patience to try this out. We don't need to go back to the so let me I'm gonna pull that off for a second. You guys can keep getting your questions on in, which is what most of you are probably here anyways. And I'm gonna make sure it was a good 15 seconds before, but now glad I know the first answer. Yeah, you get a little bit of a head start here. Let me go to the Kahoot here. Kahoot. So this is good to know. I'm gonna set the questions to about 30 seconds. So that will give you a good 15 to get your answers in. Week 7 fantasy quiz. Here we go. Get your questions on in. So thank you, Billy Gibbons, for that. I got times up before the question popped up. So first time ever working out the kinks here. Let's go on in and edit this. Edit. All righty. But we do know the answer to the first one, which is quite crazy. If you guys saw that answer, who was tied with Matt Ryan for passing yardage. Let me see here. Give me 1 sec, guys. 10 seconds. So I know I need to adjust this set time limit. We'll go 30 seconds per question. So that way it gives it enough time to load. But that's good stuff to know here. Pick 2. We'll do 60 seconds for a pick 2. We'll test some of these out and see how they go. Thanks again for your patience, folks, as we get this set up. I see a couple questions here. Are you still taking fantasy questions? Of course. Yes, I will be taking questions, but for now, I am getting this set up. So give me a second. Jonathan Taylor, want to know what his value is. I like him a lot. Set time limit. Yep, that's all set. All righty. So Madison Lee says they're there for trivia. I like to see it. Set time limit, 30 seconds. Set time limit. Thank you guys again for your patience. Those of you sticking this out with me, our first time trying it out. It is greatly appreciated. I think it's going to be fun. And again, you can win a shirt. So what's to lose by just hanging out for a few minutes while we get this ready? 30 seconds. Who leads all fantasy point? Okay, I got the good questions here. I'm excited to see how you guys do. This question, this one's worth double. If anybody gets this question, my good Lord. Man, I'd be impressed if you guys get a lot of these questions, actually. The Wolf does not make this trivia easy. All righty. And then last question, set time limit, 30 seconds. All righty. So I'm going to now say done. Everything should be all set. I'm going to start loading this up again. Play now. Teach. All righty, guys. Looks like we still got 36 of you here sitting and waiting it out. So I appreciate that greatly, guys. It is now loading. And while it's loading, I will take some of these questions. I have Jonathan Taylor and want to know what his value is. Kind of need a wide receiver. All righty, here comes the pin for you guys to join. I would value him as like a very low-end wide receiver one is where I would put him. That schedule rest of season is pure cakewalk. And so I'm all about it. Let me just stop that screen. Add share. All righty. Here you guys go. Let me know if you can see that okay. Start joining on in. Good to know there's like a 15-second delay, though. Is that showing? All right. It's showing on my screen. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of a delay. Here we go. People joining in now. We got Ray Rice, Scout Pan, the Ducks, Skev, trivia master himself, Webb, Jimbo Slice. Hopefully, Skev, I can do your hosting skills justice. Mad Dog, I Guy, G. Robinson still here from the start. Pumbles bounce. Nice. Alec, what's up, Alec? Is there any players I should trade Ronald Jones for? Boston Scott, I hope does not do any damage to me tonight. Facing him, that's my one fear of tonight. But who should I trade for Ronald Jones, essentially, is what, yes, you should trade for him. His schedule is a pure cakewalk plaque. And full PPR, it's not quite his best settings, but it really doesn't matter. He's run for over 100 yards, 3 straight games. So yeah, I'm all about it. I'm going to turn the music down while I'm answering questions at least. So yeah, I think Ronald Jones is a great target. Again, soft second half of the season already been. Bench one this week, A.J. Brown, Amari, Boyd, or Woods for Jimmy McGinnis. I think I'm hitting the bench with either Boyd or Woods, and probably Woods. I don't like that matchup for him. We got Braxton. We got Ray Finkel. Ray Finkel, I like that one. Get creative with these names. Welcome Dave Camp. Welcome Heggs. Def not CJ. Oh, so got a question here. Question one. The Duck and Blank have the biggest hogs at RSJ. Great question, Dan Heggs. Sadly, probably not the Wolf, based on what I got down there. I would not say the Duck. It's an average of like 1.2. So I mean, we're not doing too well here. It's definitely not Jimmy McGinnis either or CJ. Alec, who should I stream at tight end if Tunyon isn't playing? I would say, I mean, Ingram's going tonight. He's probably not on waiver wires. Darren Fells, 8% owned. Aiken still isn't practicing. I think he could be a good option here. The Raiders' entire offensive line may miss games, still play Jacobs. I mean, how could you if his offensive line's all out? Yeah, so no, if his offensive line's out. We'll get a couple more questions. We'll give you guys a couple more minutes, 1 more minute to join in here. I'm going to set a timer. So if you want to get into the trivia, get on in now. We've got 17 so far. Seeing some classic names like Mad Money, DJ. Get on in, guys. Love it. Trade away Melvin Gordon, receive Antonio Gibson. Looking for higher ceiling? Yeah, Gibson has the higher ceiling. You know, we had Phillip Lindsay look very solid, eat it. And, you know, Melvin Gordon in the timeshare here, I still think Antonio Gibson blows it off and takes over that full role at some point. Who would you realistically target if trying to trade Juju? The fucking trash can in my kitchen over here. Skev, I know that's you asking over there. He sucks. He's the worst. He's probably the number the number 3 at best on that team. So get whatever you can. You know, anybody still trying to buy that name value, like low end wide receiver. He's a low end wide receiver 3, in my opinion. Trade my MT for his Lamar and AJ Brown. Need QB, and my other wide receivers are Crowder, DJ Moore. I mean, especially with these injuries with MT, like now a new hamstring thing. Yeah, I think I would do that. I like Lamar and AJ Brown. If you need a QB, then I mean AJ Brown's a beast. So yes. How do I get on? A Croppolis Army asks. So again, just to make sure everybody is aware how it works, the questions are going to be on a screen. And then you have to answer them with your phone. So you can't be watching the stream on your phone and then playing the game. You have to have the stream up on like a computer or a separate phone, however you want to make it work. But you need 2 screens to be able to play and for it to be able to work. So I'll give you guys another minute to try to get on here. But 2 screens is going to be necessary for you guys to play. I wish I could still watching. Get on in here, Taylor. We can give you time. Richard Rodgers viable? Not really. Van Deventer, the fullback? Not really. Need to pick a flex in PPR. Debo versus NE, Kelly versus Jax, Cole, or L. Murray. I kind of like L. Murray. I think he's definitely a good bet to find the end zone, but I really, the PPR settings, they're generating touches for Debo. So I might go him there. Debo for me. That's just hateful. Duck Hog. Freeman or LaVisca, asks Billy Gibbons. I think I go LaVisca, but I don't love it. Should I trade or keep Kenyon Drake? My running backs are Sanders, Hunt, and Bell. Wide receivers are Metcalf and Diggs. I'm trying to sell them high where I can. Let's be real here. Just got it. Glad you're in. Is McKinnon finally going to eat with Mostert out, or is this Jamichael going to be a pain in my ass? I love you, Mike. Mad Buddy Mike here. I think it could be a pain in your ass. 9 carries, got more carries than McKinnon last week. That being said, I'm going to the McKinnon well myself. He played 92% of the snaps last time Coleman and Mostert sat, so that's what I'm ripping here. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to give this another try. I'm going to get the game started. Sadly, Taylor can't join us. He's doing a real estate photography, but still showing support from afar. Thank you for that. But those of you that want to play, get on in. We're going to get it started now, and then I'll hit your questions on the Thursday Night Football tailgate in a second. Remember, free shirt to whoever takes this thing down. I'm going to get the volume back up, and let's get this started. The Week 7 Fantasy Quiz. Hopefully it gives us enough time here. It should pop up. It's still pretty delayed, huh? Get it in. And those of you that were catching the earlier stream get the benefit of knowing Phillip Rivers is the right answer. So the Duck gets that in fast. Webb, Ray Rice, we got our leaderboard there. And then after each question, I'm just going to pause it, give you guys a second to kind of recompose and play a little clip for you here. Yeah, good. Just for the record, too, the fact that he had 371 yards and T.Y. Hilton had only 11 is pretty disturbing. So that is quite sad for everybody. When I'm talking, can you hear me? Or I'm trying to figure out once I have how delayed it is. So yeah, turn on like the sound and kind of get a sense of how delayed this is. Alrighty, guys, we will move on to number 2 here. I don't know how far behind my audio is versus the video, but you have to select 2 answers for this one. Week 7 receiving leaders: Jefferson, blank, Julio, blank, and Fuller. So who do we have? You got to have 2 answers here for this one. So I'm seeing some complaints classic from Jimbo complaining he had 2.5 seconds to answer. Get some better Wi-Fi, Jimbo. But it seems like giving you guys a full minute might be the best play here. I just don't want to give people chances to look up the answers either. And I agree with Gerald. Boom. All righty. So the right answers there were T. Higgins and Keelan Cole. Surprisingly, a lot of people getting the Keelan Cole part of it right, but not T. Higgins. Shades getting bumped up there. Gerald Robinson bumping up as well. The Duck remains in the lead. Let's see if he can keep it going. Yeah, good to know. So as we see here, the leaders were. Can you hear is my audio on the delay too?
It's all just like 15 seconds delayed.
Perfect. So we got Jefferson was number 1, as you guys saw, went completely berserk. Hopefully you had him in your DraftKings. Keelan Cole was second, crazily, 6 catches, 143. Julio Jones, 8 for 137. T. Higgins, 6 for 125. Will Fuller, 6 for 123. So hey, I mean, just seeing Cole and Higgins, especially Cole, like sheesh, crazy stats there. Let's get on in. So be ready to answer this quick. Who led week 6 in targets? We got Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin, DJ Chark, or Julio Jones? Some people are getting it faster than others. Red is Jefferson. Blue is Terry McLaurin. DJ Chark is yellow. Julio Jones is green. And the answer is DJ Chark. Wow, surprised a lot of people nailed that one. I was surprised myself that DJ Chark led with 14 targets this week. So turned in 14 targets. What did he do with it? A whopping 45 yards. Thanks, DJ Chark. What a great usage of that. So turned those 14 targets into a whopping 45 yards. So again, some people I know are complaining it's getting timed out. I don't know what to tell you. I gave 30 seconds. I can start doing it to a minute, but I'm not going to start this one over again. I'll know for the future we need a minute or so for questions. But as Connor Patrick's saying to everybody, get some better Wi-Fi is what the answer is here. So unfortunately, though, I apologize that it's a little bit of a delay. Again, our first time trying it out, but do your best because, again, the winner will get a free t-shirt. So this one's called a puzzle, and you have to order these in from most to least in rushing yards so far. And so the red is Dalvin Cook, the blue is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the yellow is Derrick Henry, and the green is Kenyon Drake. So again, trial run, folks. Appreciate your patience here with it. Oh, the duck falls behind shades. Yeah, so Gerald, I understand there's a delay. Like, I get it. We're trying to do our best with this. It's our first try. We'll know in the future to set a longer time limit so you guys can have some real time to answer the questions. But yes, I apologize. It's my first time doing it. I had no idea. And this is just crazy to me. And hopefully this part of the show is I hope you find a couple interesting nuggets, is that as bad as Drake's been, he's 4th in rushing yards right now, which is kind of crazy to me. All righty. Who leads the NFL in passing TDs through week 7? I feel like some people are just tossing in. So you got red is Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes is blue, Aaron Rodgers is yellow, and Russell Wilson is green. So who leads the NFL in passing yards? Passing TDs, rather. Sorry. Hey, a lot of people getting that one right. It is indeed Russell Wilson. So let's see here. A couple people moving up, but shades staying at the top here. And it is crazy. Russell Wilson, 19 TDs despite playing one fewer game. So he's on pace for 61 scores right now, which just blows my mind. And surprisingly, Tom Brady's 4th on the list, 1 ahead of Rodgers, which also blows my mind because given the season Rodgers is having. And Mike, thank you for that. Not sure if you're aware, but there's a bit of a delay, just a heads up. Thank you, Mad Money Mike. Quiz number 2. Which week 6 game totaled the most points? Red is Titans versus Texans. Blue is Falcons versus Vikings. Yellow is Colts versus Bengals. Or green is Lions versus Jaguars. Which game had the most total points? Hey, Titans versus Texans. Everybody recognizing that one. The blow-up game of the week. Yes. Shades holding strong and 1 there. Duck not far off. Boston Scott, number 5. Number 3, Scout Pan. Good to see RSJ Jackson coming in at 5. So a couple of RSJ guys clearly know what they're talking about. But I just wanted to pull that one up just because it's so absurd the edge you gain in DFS if you stack. 78 total points, Titans 42, Texans 36. And in fact, that was not the winning stack for the Millie Maker. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and Hurst, alongside with Jefferson on the other side running it back, was the winning play. But in general, you got to target points here. That's the goal with all of these DFS lineups, and that's how you win. All righty, guys. This is just a quick poll, so this one's not even a question. Just more so looking for input. What do you guys think is going to be the highest scoring game in week 7? Red is the Lions versus Falcons, 55 over under. Blue is Packers Texans, 57 over under. Seahawks Cardinals, 56 over under. Bucks Raiders, if that even happens now, is the green at 52 over under. So what do you think? It's just a poll, seeing what the people think. What's going to be the highest over under here, folks? My money, for what it's worth, is yellow, Seahawks Cardinals. A lot of people agreeing with me, some other people saying, so 43% agree, Seahawks Cardinals. 29% think of the Packers Texans, probably my second favorite choice as well. So I agree. Who leads all players in expected fantasy points? I saw RSJ Jackson's in. We got red, Alvin Kamara. Blue, Derrick Henry. Yellow, Ezekiel Elliott. Or 4, Aaron Jones for the green. And who leads all fantasy players in expected fantasy points? Kamara, red. Henry, blue. Zeke, yellow. Jones, green. What's that? And the correct answer, a lot of people thinking it's Alvin Kamara who leads it in, yes, the actual fantasy points, but Zeke Elliott, in terms of expected fantasy points, should be scoring more than what Alvin Kamara is doing. Now, let's kind of talk about real quick what that means. We see Scout Pan moving up there. Must have read the article. Skev maybe checked it out today too. Gotta see RSJ Jackson going up the list. He's the author of the expected fantasy points. But what it is it tells you more than just the volume, how much the targets, how deep they are. Are they getting goal line usage, the down and distance of their usage? And it's essentially what they should score every week. So based on his usage, Zeke should be scoring 26.1, which is a ridiculous amount of expected points. He's actually 5 points below that due to the fumbles, due to the red zone efficiency of Dak early on. But if you want to learn more about that, I think it's crucial for buy lows, sell highs, all that good stuff. So check out rotostreetjournal.com for our report there. Let's get the next question in. This is one where you're going to pick two, and it's the tops in 2020 running back receptions. We know it's Kamara. Zeke is number 2, but who's 3 and 4? Is it red, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, blue, Myles Gaskin, yellow, James Robinson, or green, Mike Davis? I like the ominous music, too. Omar, stop giving out answers. Very ominous music. I think we have 14 people at this point still sticking it out and trying the game. So I appreciate you, worthy soldiers. You have a low competitive bar here to beat out only 14. So who can take it down? No, Omar, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry the music's making you anxious, Hillary Margaret. Yeah, so actually a lot of people getting that one right. Surprisingly, it is Myles Gaskin and Mike Davis, the numbers 3 and 4 behind Zeke and Kamara in running back receptions. And this, again, no need to answer, but you can see here the top 10, Kamara with 38, insane, with a bye week in there too. Zeke Elliott, 32. Davis tied with him, actually, 32. He's been a monster, so we know McCaffrey's going to be a hoss when he gets back. Gaskin, 27. Robinson, 23. McKissick, 23. Hines, 23. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, thought this would be a lot higher this year. Unfortunately not. But 21 with Mixon and Carson. They're all tied. Carson having the bye, though, so in terms of per game, is up there. All righty, guys. A few more questions here. We'll see this one. This one's double points if you can spell this man's last name. No looking it up. Give it a try. We all know who it is. Mr. Kyle Juszczyk. How do you spell Juszczyk? If you get this right and didn't look it up, I will be shocked, by the way. Nothing like a good spelling to test the crew. Did you send something in?
I did, yeah.
All righty. 10 seconds. This one's less anxiety inducing, hopefully, for those at home. All righty. Correct answer. 5 people getting it right. So that means there are 5 people cheating in the audience tonight. If you can comment in and say, I actually knew how to spell that shit. That's insane. But let's see who gets this one right. Probably going to send some people. So Webb and Duck, you definitely cheated. You little shit over there. Shades just dominate. Does he have like a Shades? Are you like somehow found like the quiz online or something? I feel like Shades has this little edge going over here. Bumble's bounce. Yeah, okay, Duck. I knew it. Sure, I'm sure you did. Like to see Bumble's bounce in the top though. That's got to be Billy Gibbs. Bumble's bounce. I love it. Great name. Bumble's bounce. Who led week 7 in total air yards for 19? Tim Patrick is red. Will Fuller is blue. DJ Moore is yellow. And James Washington is green. So who led the week 7 in air yards? Patrick red, Fuller blue, DJ Moore yellow, James Washington green. As Jimmy says, the only people who knew that was his family. I agree. Played for Harvard versus Holy Cross? Sure did. Yeah, only one person getting this one right. Tim Patrick. Who would have guessed? Led the league in air yards. We'll show you just how many he had. Oops, I didn't mean to skip over that leaderboard. Whoever got that right got some points. Air yards measure how many yards the ball travels from QB to receiver, even on incompleted passes. So that's kind of great to help you measure the big play receivers, the guys that are you should probably buy low on, even if it's not going. I'm a trivia god. I love it, says Shades. I love it. You certainly are. You're crushing it, dude. And if you want more, check out the workload report. Our guy, John Jackson, doing a great job with the workload report every week. But yes, that is the answer. Last question here. Who leads the NFL in air yards so far this year? Is it red, DK Metcalf, blue, Calvin Ridley, yellow, Adam Thielen, or green, Marquise Brown? Red, DK, blue, Calvin Ridley, yellow, Adam Thielen, or Marquise Brown, green? And it is blue. Calvin Ridley is the correct answer. And as you can see, DK Metcalf is shockingly number 2 right now, despite having a bye already. Good freaking Lord. Insane that this guy is getting it done the way he is going. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you trying it out. I know there's some kinks to work out there. There's a little bit of a maybe delay, it seems to be. I don't know. People saying there's a delay out there, I guess. But we will try this on next Tuesday, 8 p.m. I'll try to figure out how to work in the delay and how to best go about that. I can probably remove it from the screen share and then put it all up at once and set everything to a minute. I think I got some ideas for how to conquer this delay, but you guys are the best. I am going to be live in another 15, 20 minutes for the Thursday Night Football tailgate. So let's figure out, though, who is our winner. So 4th out of 11, the Duck. We got Webb getting 6 of 11, right? 11 for 11. Shades. Are you really that much of a genius? Runner-ups include 4th place, Skev, 5th place, Scout Pan. The Shades, make sure you DM us, my dude. You win your free t-shirt. That's the whole point of the show. So Shades, congrats on the win. I hope that was fun for everybody. I know it was a little frustrating with the delay. Again, the delay. But it was awesome to have you guys participate with us here today at the Roto Street Journal, where we breed and feed fantasy wolves. Hopefully we can get it down a little bit smoother for you guys next time. So thanks again, guys, so much for tuning in. Catch us in about 10 to 20 minutes. I'll be getting everything ready for the fantasy tailgate for Thursday Night Football. I see there's a couple sit starts I didn't answer. I promise I will get to those in about 15, 20 minutes. Giuseppe, all you guys asking. So tune on in there. I, of course, am the Wolf of Roto Street, rotostreetjournal.com. We breed and feed fantasy wolves. Thanks so much again for tuning in. It was a blast, and we will get better at it for next week. See you guys.